Usually don't like to bring this guy up because he's talked about all the time, but we have to bring him up because of how he joined the 40-40 club. If you haven't seen it, Shohei Ohtani, walk-off grand slam to join the 40-40 club. This dude is an absolute animal. And what we're seeing is the potential of the all-time greatest player that has ever lived. I'm going to say it right now. I mean, by the time his career's done and what he's doing, he could easily be cemented as the number one player of all time in baseball. Does Shohei Ohtani get to 50-50 this year? That's the next question. Does Shohei get to 50-50?
Yeah, they got how many games? 30-ish? 20, 26? How many games they got left?
Somewhere around that, right? We got a month left.
Yeah, about 30 games, 31 games.
31. So the Dodgers have 31 left?
Yeah, counting tonight.
Hell yeah, he's going to get it, dude. Hell yeah. In 30 games, this guy is...
There's no reason he shouldn't.
Unreal. I don't think the home runs are going to be the problem because you can't pitch around him.
No. Absolutely not.
I mean, 30 games ready hits. He's going to be in the... Yeah, he'll be low 50s for home runs. He'll easily probably be low 50s for steals too.
Yeah, I definitely think he gets it, and I don't think it's one of those like dramatic things like we had with Judge that year that he broke with the home runs and he kind of went on a bit of a dry spell and we were like, oh my God, he was jinxed. He's not going to get there. Like yes, he's going to get it. Yes, and I think quite easily.
Yeah. So. We were talking a little bit before we came on, Sean. If he reaches 50-50, is the $700 million worth it already in season one?
Well, I mean, assuming that this type of pace, and I'm not saying he's going to do 50-50 every year, although if anyone could, he probably could. But you start off year one, this guy goes 50-50. And then, I saw it was either Saturday night when the walk-off granny happened, or it was yesterday, but he's thrown on a mound again.
Right.
So it's like, then, if he comes back any semblance and who knows kind of what that's going to look like, what are the Dodgers is it even going to be a long-term thing with him as a pitcher? I mean, who knows? I mean, those are questions that they'll have to answer. But he goes 50-50 and then comes back year two and does 35-35 outside of if he pitches, then already, yes, that's worth it. Assuming you win a World Series. You got to win a World Series.
I agree with that.
Like, you're paying this guy $700 million. He's going to do 40-40, likely 50-50. All of that, yes, he's got to bring a World Series.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Mookie released a quote today, said something like, oh, we're all just here to help Shohei carry the team to the promised land or something like that. Like, I'm paraphrasing, but it was a pretty funny quote. But, I mean, what this guy's doing right now is unreal.
It's unreal, man. It's and it's unfortunate. It's like, I feel like this is what baseball is going to be the next handful of years. It's going to be like the Shohei versus Judge show. Like, that's just what Major League Baseball is going to turn into. And it's like, it's almost overshadowing in a sense what Judge is doing. Not really overshadowing, but like Judge should be getting like a majority of like the spotlight and the talk. And he's really not because of what Shohei's doing, which is crazy, which is what I feel like baseball is going to be for the next 4 or 5 years. It's just one of them getting the upper hand on the other one and then just the other one trying to take it back the next year, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can't justify $70 million for a DH. Considering Judge is making $40 million, he's going to hit probably 60 again and play good quality defense. Does a 50-50 DH justify $70 million? No. But if you're the Dodgers, you don't care about the cost if it gets you the World Series. That's really
right.
It's an investment in building a team that not only is he a part of, but it also attracts more people too, so you can go to the World Series. That's what makes.
No, you got to win it, not go.
Yeah, sorry, win the World Series.
Yeah, you got to win it.
Yeah. What do you think the Dodgers' shots are at this moment? I mean, do you have the best offense in baseball?
I mean, if it's not one, it's top 3, right?
You don't. I mean, you've got the 3rd or 4th best.
top 3.
So, yeah, you're 3 or 4, depending on how you measure it.
Yeah. They just got to perform in the playoffs, which has been their Achilles heel. I mean, taking 2020 out of it, obviously, but they have to perform in the playoffs. You can't have Betts and Freeman go, what was it, 0 for 14 in that series against the Diamondbacks. You can't have that. Well, which you do have other players around you now. You have Teoscar, you have Shohei. Oh, right. Yeah. So you have other pieces to help carry if you have a couple guys in there struggling.
The hard part, though, is you've got a guy in Betts who historically struggles in the playoffs. Freeman, who historically struggles in the playoffs. Shohei has never been in the playoffs, so we don't know what that's going to look like. It's there's a big kind of question mark on that offense as to what they'll do in the playoffs, and also how they're going to pitch to him.
Right.
No question. And if they don't get it done, if they get bounced in the DS or the CS or even make to the World Series and then they lose the World Series, we will sit here and say that Shohei's 50-50 season and the $700 million is all well and good, but if you don't bring the trophy home, I mean, like it is what it is. But like, it none of it really matters that much. If you're this is not Shohei with the Angels carrying this team and dragging them anywhere close to a playoff spot, which he didn't do with them last year, by the way. But if he had a 50-50 season with like a terrible baseball team and kept them relevant, then like you'd be like, it doesn't matter. Like, look at what he did. But that is not the case here. This is a really good baseball team that has like World Series aspirations last year, and then the year before that, and you just paid $1 trillion to the greatest player in the world to come put you over the hump. If you have a 50-50 season, get to the postseason, and you guys don't get over the hump, like that's a major fail, and it's not all Shohei's fault, regardless of what he does in the postseason. But it's gonna be linked on him. Like he'll be talked about in that realm, I think.
But can we talk about the fact that with the lineup in front of Shohei, although I guess arguably where he's hitting so far up in the order is not getting a lot of benefit from that. 41 home runs, 94 RBIs. Those are that's like a Mike Trout stat line. Like all these home runs, but a lot of like solos. Not driving as many runs. Where Judge has got 30 more RBIs than he has because he's actually got guys in front of him on base, whereas Shohei's hitting so far up in the order, he's not getting that benefit.